It's year two for Kalen DeBoer, and things are starting to heat up. Get ready. It's coming. Stick around. This is the way offsides. Three, two, let's go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Welcome to your favorite Alabama show on YouTube, Way Off Sides. We're going to jump right into it. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. But I'm really excited. You should be too if you're an Alabama fan. I'm about to tell you why. Kalen DeBoer, coming over from Washington by way of Sioux Falls, Fresno State, is on year two in Tuscaloosa. Now, Jeff, co-host of our live show, and I are in agreement that last season was a complete and utter wash. You have to take it off the table. Consider it year zero. But as this is technically Kalen DeBoer's second year, we'll call it year two. Kalen DeBoer, obviously everybody knows this, but filling the shoes of the GOAT, the legend, former Alabama head coach, still hurts to say that out loud, Nick Saban, comes in to Alabama with incredibly high expectations. Goes 9-3 in the regular season, loses the bowl game against Michigan. And folks immediately start to panic. They start to freak out. But there is a shimmer of hope as Alabama goes and grabs offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb, who has followed Kalen DeBoer for years and years. There is a quarterback change. Alabama's secondary, their entire defense looks to be poised to be one of the better ones in the country in 2025. And as always in Tuscaloosa, expectations are through the roof yet again. And it's showing up even today. First day of fall camps going on. We're going to have plenty of coverage there. So, yes, make sure you're subscribed. DeBoer's done great in recruiting. He's done well, relatively well, when you look at it outside of the Alabama box. In year one, as Alabama's head coach, he only lost on the road. Yes, he lost to Vanderbilt, lost to Oklahoma, loses on the road at Tennessee. But look, here's the thing. Last year's team was a tough team to wrangle, a tough locker room to keep poised and working together. Xavier Griffin's mom talked about this on the show. These are now Kalen DeBoer's guys. These are the guys he wants to fit into the program. These are the guys that are bought into what he's doing. And I'm going to tell you why. It was easy for them to buy in. Kalen DeBoer in year two, everywhere he's been, has had incredible success relative to that program. Now, one could argue that there is no program who has more success anywhere across the country than the University of Alabama. So obviously the relative success at Alabama would be national title. But Kalen DeBoer has been working his way up that ladder everywhere he's been, starting back at Sioux Falls. Did you know? You probably did. But did you know that Kalen DeBoer's second year at Sioux Falls, 2006, it resulted in a 12-1 record and a national championship appearance at that level? Not bad for a second-year head coach. I get it. It's Sioux Falls. Everybody's like, oh, what is that? But you move up. He takes the jump up to FBS, up to Fresno State. In his second year in 2021, guess what he does there? He leads the team to a 9-3 record. That doesn't sound great. I get it. He did the same thing at Alabama. This is at Fresno State, though, and this included wins over UCLA and San Diego State. Now, fast forward 2 years. He's at Washington. We all know what he did at Washington during his second season in 2023. This was a very impressive run by Washington. He goes undefeated in the regular season, wins a Pac-12 championship. It is what it is. But wins in the first round of the college football playoffs, goes and plays in the college football playoff national championship. We all know what happens in that game. But he did that at Washington. Obviously, had Michael Penix Jr., a lot of really, really good wide receivers. But there's nothing to say that Alabama doesn't have the same standard of talent, likely better all the way across the board in Tuscaloosa. Kalen DeBoer's second year at Alabama is primed to be a memorable one for him and Alabama fans. A lot of people aren't talking about this. The success he's had at other programs kind of wore off after last season. A lot of people are now kind of sitting on the fence when it comes to Coach Kalen DeBoer. I'm not. I'm not. Actually, it kind of heats me up a little bit because I keep seeing people dropping these hot seat lists and they've got his name on there. Anybody that puts Kalen DeBoer's name on a hot seat list going into 2025 is an idiot, and you should unfollow them. There's no way that's stupid. But in saying all of that, Kalen DeBoer is primed to take that next step. I believe fervently that he will be one of a handful of active coaches to win a national championship, and he'll do it at Alabama if the fans will give him the time. Luckily, I don't know that Alabama's administration is going to cave to fan pressure if he doesn't make a playoff in 2025. It's just when you look at his track record, everything works on a trend. Everything works on trends. And when you look at his track record, it just looks like if he can do what he did at Sioux Falls, at Fresno State, at Washington, he can get over the hump at a place like Alabama, who has the defense, has a number or, top 10 defense, probably top 5. And probably is going to have a top 5 offense. He has the pieces to do it in 2025. Obviously, the man can coach. He knows what he's doing. He's coached at a high level everywhere he's been. He's taken teams that had no business being in a national championship game to the national championship. Why can't he do it at Alabama? Explain that to me like I'm 5. And if your argument is because Nick Saban's not there, unfollow that person too, because that's an absolutely egregious and ridiculous argument. Alabama still has one of the most talented rosters in the country. They're still well coached, very well coached. They'll be better coached in 2025 than they were last year. Not a knock against Nick Sheridan. I just feel like Sheridan was the role was a little bit too big for him last season, especially with the quarterback situation Alabama had. You bring in a guy like Ryan Grubb, who now has NFL experience, understands how to handle these quarterbacks. He's worked directly with Michael Penix Jr., plus Kalen DeBoer's track record and what he's proven at every level of this game. It makes sense that Alabama went and got him. 2025 is loading, folks. Do yourself a favor. We're going to have a ton to talk about as the season goes on. We actually have a interview coming up later today with 2027 recruit 5-star edge Jabarius Garor. He's going to be on the show. So keep a lookout for that. You can find that by hitting the notification bell, following us on all social media, and obviously subscribing here. Tell me what you're most excited about this 2025 season. Do you agree with me? Do you think that Kalen DeBoer can get over the hump in 2025? Do you think he continues his storied tradition of massive success in year 2? Thanks for sticking around with us. You guys are the best. We love you. We absolutely love you. And we love your mama. I watched that movie last night. Tell me what movie it is in the comments. You guys are the best. Always say your prayers, read your Bibles, wash your hands, horns down, beat Auburn and LSU and Tennessee too, and everybody else. Roll Tide.